What's good, y'all? Day here, and today we are reacting to. I forgot to go to the video. Guava Juice, a guide to losing your YouTube channel. So if you want to do a YouTube channel, do everything other than this, what they're saying in the video. So yeah, let's take some pointers and see what not to do. And I remember this person. I remember
Former
him.
200 million view months have declined by over 90%, with many of these recent views coming from shorts, as his long-form content gains roughly 100,000 views a video. What on earth happened? Let's travel back to his absolute peak. January 2017, 249 million views. Why was he so successful at this point in time?
I wonder, like, how do people be getting like the information on these people? Like, I know it's the internet, but you could just look it up. But like, how do y'all be getting like
By then,
information?
Guava Juice had already been on YouTube for over 11 years, during which it became apparent that he was incredibly talented at latching onto trends and had built an intuition for what was popular on YouTube at any one time. For example, his 2007 music video parodies were similar to what Smosh had become successful with, and by 2016 he was still competing with other top-tier gaming YouTubers like Vanos. Unfortunately, this also meant that Guava hadn't really carved out a
I remember
specific
that
lane
game.
for his channel,
I
which is a
remember that
necessity
game.
for long-term YouTube growth.
They
Well,
exited out,
arguably.
so
You can get reasonable views by joining a genre and making a contribution. However, explosive growth usually comes from pioneering a brand new or underperforming genre, as Guava Juice would come to discover in mid-2016 after uploading a video simply titled Orbeez Bath Challenge. Now, there was no denying that this video was targeted toward children. However, it still had many different elements of relatability, leading the video towards success. For example, anybody could access Orbeez, most people have a bathtub in their house, so it therefore posed this question of, well, what would be the outcome of this
and then Mr. Beast did backyard for the Orbeez.
experiment if you did it for yourself. This made the video extremely enticing to click on, and once watching, Guava Juice then validated the audience by providing the exact outcome that everybody had clicked on the video for: a bathtub filled to the brim with Orbeez, which when combined with a cameo from Spider-Man made for the perfect viral video. Each of Guava's bathtub uploads followed this similar premise of what would happen if you did this in your own house. There was always an element of curiosity. His Oobleck Bath Challenge even provided a guide for how to make the liquid, and it posed the question of, well, is he going to get stuck when it finally dries at the end of the video? His Lego Bath Challenge posed the question of, will he get hurt? While his Diet Coke and Mentos Bath Challenge implied that the Coke might fizz everywhere. Each episode was only 3 or 4 minutes long, so why not click and see the potential outcome? The short nature of the videos also meant that they didn't waste the audience's time and were optimized for watch time percentage. And while this goes against the classic trope of longer videos equals more watch time equals better performance, this has been disproven by people like David Dobrik, who have shown that 10 4-minute videos can be better for retention in comparison to one 40-minute video in its full entirety. Regardless, Guava Juice's videos were doing so well that even his water bath challenge cracked 5 million views.
Out of all the bath challenges I've done, I'm surprised I'd ever tried water.
Leading him to experiment with other types of content, in which he'd reveal another simple yet key success component. He was actually excited to make each video. Despite being in his mid-20s, you could tell that Guava Juice loved every piece of content, from making gummy pizzas to building a house out of red cups. This gave the videos a unique, enjoyable flavor, as it was obvious that he was happy to be there, which accompanied his cliche yet ideal philosophy of wanting to improve the content every single day.
As long as you consistently make an effort to do better every single day, things will definitely get better every single day.
However, Guava's explosion was also assisted by timing, as viral videos required significantly less time and effort back in 2017. Take for example this video titled "Do Not Jump on the Trampoline Ball Pit at 3 AM, in which the time is shown at the start of the video 3:06, as well as at the end of the video 3:29, meaning this entire episode took only 23 minutes to film. There were basically no props, no script, and the whole thing was shot in one take, meaning the video took only a couple of hours to complete after editing, and it's now received over 20 million views. To achieve that same kind of performance on any
Wow.
long-form video today requires at least 1 week's work, as well as maybe a
quiet 'cause
team,
I'm really
maybe a
invested
budget,
too.
and even then pulling anything close to that
I'm quiet because I'm really invested, but because I used to watch him. It was him and what's the other YouTuber name? He was about to fight KSI, but he got out the fight due to concussion. Um, freak, what is his name? Fuck. I don't remember, but it was a team like his buddy when it came to that. So yeah, so I used to watch them. I used to watch them when I was like, I'm 22 now, but I used to watch them like in like middle school. So yeah, I probably watched some videos that he was talking about.
That number requires a perfect storm. Back then, however, Guava Juice was doing millions of views on every single video, almost all of which needed minimal planning and could have been completed in under a day. In the process, Guava Juice kept up with every trend from Fortnite to TikTok reactions until he'd dip his feet into a brand new video type that would take his channel to a whole new level, his 10 Things You Shouldn't Do series. In the beginning, it wasn't even supposed to be a series. However, after 10 Things You Shouldn't Do in an airplane gained a view count in the millions, Guava Juice doubled down with 10 things you shouldn't do in the movie theater, 10 things you shouldn't do at school, and 10 things you shouldn't do on a train, each of which performing incredibly well, and it's really no wonder why. The videos were comedic, relatable, and had a bunch of effort put into them. They usually had multiple people per skit as well as a full set for every video.
Oh yeah, I just know it was called Wasabi something. I think it was just Wasabi.
Which made them extra unique, especially when combined with Guava Juice's absolutely insane style of comedy.
Don't be a food inspector!
Hello, my friend. How may I help you today?
Hello, I'm the food inspector. Could I have one of each food, please?
Sure thing. Follow me.
I love inspecting food.
Right this way, Mr. Food Inspector. You see, all the food should be right over there.
What is this?
You should have left when you had the chance!
Master! Are you here to save me?
Now stay here for the rest of your life!
Daddy, is that you? It's me, your son.
These videos went absolutely wild throughout 2020, often gaining well over 10 million views. However, in April 2021, seemingly overnight, something began to change on the Guava Juice channel. He went from gaining over 100,000 subscribers every single month to almost complete stagnation, while his videos were suddenly struggling to achieve more than 1 million views. Why the sudden drop? Mine seemed to begin with a video by Danny Gonzalez, posted only 2 weeks prior, titled Guava Juice is Out of Control, in which Danny would critique the absolutely insane nature of every Guava Juice video in a fun and entertaining way.
It's just so hard to follow. It's like, is this even a story? Is there a plot to this? They're just like doing random things and crazy things are happening. He can't really subvert our expectations anymore because our expectation is just that something random is going to happen at all times.
The video received over 2 million views in less than a week, and while it acted as somewhat of a compliment, since Guava Juice was trying to make insane content, Danny's video would also act as a catalyst for the short-term retirement of the series. After uploading an episode on the 3rd of April, Guava Juice didn't post a 10 Things You Shouldn't Do episode until almost 3 months later on the 27th of June, after which it became obvious that the quality of the series had dropped off significantly. For example, Guava Juice's 10 Things You Shouldn't Do at Disneyland felt like it had been thrown together with no prior planning. There was no set, there were no characters, and the jokes felt random, but in a way that was more like, what the hell even is this anymore?
Don't feed the birds.
During the retirement of the series, Guava Juice had instead been uploading increasingly lazy content, such as Guava Juice ranks Guava Juice videos, as well as old repackaged compilations, such as Best of Guava Juice 24-hour livestream, both of which subtly implying that the glory days of the channel were coming to an end, as was also indicated by the thumbnails. During his peak, the thumbnails felt clean, straightforward, and were on par with YouTube's meta at the time. And while some of his 2021 thumbnails were definitely on the cutting edge, there were others that felt crowded, dated, or just straight up confusing. The channel seemed to have been struggling from a lack of effort and innovation. However, there was actually a good reason for this. In December 2021, Guava Juice announced that he'd instead been spending his time on a kids TV series called The Guava Juice Show, which was about to release its very first episode on YouTube Originals. Guava displayed his confidence in the show by purchasing a billboard at LAX, and it was looking like this series could reignite the channel, although only in the beginning. The first 5 episodes performed reasonably well, averaging around 3 million views each. However, for whatever reason, the 6th episode gained only 150,000 views, with almost every episode afterwards following a similar trend. Guava and his team would produce a total of 13 episodes for the show, after which he'd upload a new video titled The End, in which Guava Juice was unusually upset, possibly as a partial result of the show's poor performance.
I've been doing Guava Juice for so long, I've missed my daughter's birthdays and
You got
friends'
a
weddings.
daughter? You got a daughter? That's wild.
And I feel like there was just no balance to who I am as a person.
Balance is very important.
Guava Juice didn't specify why he was feeling so down. However, he wasn't ready to give up just yet, as he then released a second season of the show, which once again performed to a mediocre standard. At a couple 100,000 views per episode, Guava might as well have just continued making standard videos, and this wasn't even the worst part. Whilst producing the show's 26 episodes, Guava Juice lost touch with the one skill that had always guaranteed success: an ability to keep up with trends and the current YouTube meta. Prior to making the Guava Juice show, he was averaging maybe 700,000 views on his normal YouTube uploads. However, after the second season came to an end only 7 months later, it was rare to see any of his videos achieve more than 200,000 views. It seemed that Guava Juice had fallen into the misconception that if he split his time between YouTube and a TV show, he'd achieve double the amount of success, yet the opposite happened and his performance was instead cut in half. On top of splitting his time between 2 different forms of media, Guava Juice also had to worry about YouTube Shorts, his in-store products, as well as a bloody NFT project, which has to be one of the dumbest things you can launch as a creator, because it's so obvious that you're just trying to siphon some quick cash from the audience. Guava Juice's new low was established in a recent video titled My Future, in which he speaks as though his career is pretty much over.
I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I am very honored to be a part of your childhood.
His former excitement has transformed into boredom and complete apathy, as was highlighted during one of the video's announcements.
With growing in mind, I just want to let you know, for this channel, moving forward, I'm going back to my old roots, which is gaming. 2016, I made the channel because I wanted to create a gaming channel.
While Guava Juice gives off the vibe that he wants the videos to return to their former glory, it also seems like he's lacking the motivation and clear vision to get them there. And as a result, he's trying almost anything, including sympathy from the audience, to achieve an increase in viewership. However, this has only had the opposite effect, as most of his gaming videos struggle to achieve 100,000 views. Guava Juice has made it way too obvious that he doesn't have an interest in producing the content, and this lack of commitment shows in each and every upload. The videos just feel a bit generic and aimless. A great YouTube video should be fresh and energizing, something that makes you want to click, just like the bathtub videos did during the channel's heyday. And while it's clear that Guava Juice is slowly rebuilding his intuition for what makes a great video, he's yet to return his skills back to a competitive level.
Alright, y'all, I got a lot of things to say. Now, the reason I don't think he fell off. And let me tell you why I don't think he's fell off, because compared to 2017 him, maybe. Yeah. But I feel like you should just be grateful for not having to be like everybody else. Like, to be fair, bro, you're making money online without even having to work a 9 to 5. Even with the views with the 50,000, 50K, you're still doing things. Life be lifing. YouTube is like a roller coaster. Sometimes you just gonna go straight sometimes, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta look at the times. Look at the times now. Back in 2017, 2016, 2014, like, the content was so, like, giggity giggity, if that makes sense. The content was so giggity giggity back then that you didn't really have to think about what you wanted to do. But now, since we've seen everything in the book, it's going to be harder for him to create more ideas because everything has already been done already, you know? So I honestly think that, did he fall off? Yes and no. He fell off, but then it's all about your response to it at the end of the day. Because to me, he, like, in my position, I would love to get 50,000 views every day. Like, I would like to get 1,000 views every day, you know? So I guess when you reach that pit of success, it's like, woo. But then, you know, was he smart? Came with his money, you know what I mean? What did you do with your money at during that time? Did you spend it all on crazy things or did you invest it? Because if I was in his shoes, I'd flip entrepreneur. Can life be life? And you don't never know how long something is gonna last. Like people attention span just go to a new thing. Like that's just how society is now. So like we see everything he can do. Like just do what you want to do and be happy and be grateful that you have an audience to do that. You got your own show. You got another channel with another person. You know what I mean? You got motion. If you got an audience, you have motion. And I think a lot of people should be grateful for that. Um, but tell me what y'all think of down in the comments down below. Um, also comment down below any videos that y'all want me to react to. And yeah, deuces. And subscribe is free.